So what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's JVceo. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that button right now. This might be one of my most requested videos. I get it on Snap, I get it on the comments, email. Oh, what would you do different if you were starting all over again? So here it is. I'm going to go through a couple of things, in my opinion, that I think has made the most difference. But anyways, first one being not following the crowd. I'm going to head over to my office, my personal office. So first one being not following the crowd. Honestly, I can't tell you how many sort of wasted potential are out there simply because, you know, they're following the wrong people, following the wrong advice, following the wrong crowd, mixing up with the wrong people. And before you know it, it might be, I'm not saying like when you get a criminal record, that's the end of it, but it might be little things like eventually then you get a criminal record due to following the wrong crowd. And now, you know, a career path that was once open for you is no longer open. So that's one of the things I would say. But also, more importantly, like it's more around, you are what you hang around, if that makes any sense. So if you hang around bums, you are going to be a bum. If you hang around people that are motivated, if you hang around, you know, people that are into tech, you're going to get into tech. If you hang around people that are into properties, you're going to get into properties. It's literally that. So that's what I mean by the wrong crowd. I think sometimes when our parents said, oh, wrong crowd, we just thought, oh, stay away from criminals. It's not really that. It goes beyond that. So that's the number one for me, following the wrong crowd. Number two thing I would say, sort of an advice to the younger ones coming up, like I'd say 18, 19, 20, 21, understand money. The sooner you understand money, the better for you. And when I say understand money, I mean understand the way money works, understand debt, understand credit, start understanding those things. So for one of my companies, right, I do the credit repair. We do the online course on credit repairs, and you know, we do a whole bunch of consulting for credit repairs for both personals and business. And a lot of the reoccurring sort of theme that I've noticed is, oh, I wasn't taught about credit. Oh, I didn't know about credit. Oh, I messed up when I was young, and so on and so forth. But I think, you know, that's a very piss poor excuse, and that's why I say understand money. Because if you understand money from a very young age, you'd understand credit. So I understood money from a very young age. I understood that, look, investments was always going to form the foundation of my wealth. And eventually, you know, that's what's happened, and that's how I built it. You know, so understand money. With that being said, almost tagged along that same point, try not to stay cash rich. You know, I think when we were coming up, there was this almost a braggadocious thing with having, you know, a lot of money cash. Oh, I'm 10k up. Like when we were 18, I'm five figures, you know, and that was what we spoke about on a regular occurrence. But now, as a 22-year-old man, you know, I can honestly say to you that holding cash, it's not the best thing. Firstly, you got deflation working against you. 10 grand today will not buy you 10 grand worth of goods in 10 years time. That's number one. Number two, if you know how to make your money work, which goes back to the previous point, understanding money, then you would know that holding cash is probably the worst thing that you could do. You know, you lose the cash, you start spending the cash on clothes and so on and so forth. So invest it out, get the money out. In fact, I even sometimes I borrow money from my businesses and I invest it. So that's how far I take it. I borrow money from my businesses and I invest it so that I keep enough in my businesses to keep the sort of daily operations running, and any you know, any additional funds left over, I borrow it and I use it for investments and return it to the business at a later date. Hypothetically speaking, just in case the taxman's watching this. Which leads me on to the third point, invest in properties, man. Honestly, I can't understate that enough. Invest in properties. If I knew then what I know now, I would have started investing in properties a lot earlier. So that's what I would say. If I look rough, that's because I am rough. I've been here since 6 a.m. working, and it's now 6 p.m. So I've been here about 6 hours, just working, just putting things together. and, you know, taking it to the next level. So that's that. Invest in properties. You won't regret it. It's a very good place to actually park off your money rather than keeping it in cash. Moving on from that, I'll probably say keep all the doors open. If I was to give a very good piece of advice to those coming up now, I would say keep the doors open. And by keeping the doors open, I mean try your hands on a lot of things, because until you try your hands on a lot of things, you don't know what you're good at. You don't know what you want to do, what you don't want to do. But also, when I say keep the doors open, I'll give you an example of myself, right? So I'm a law graduate. I worked retail from a consultant to an assistant manager and then a store manager. I'm very good with business. What else? I'm a very, very good investor. You know, whether it's investing in things that I want to invest in personally, or maybe investing or having an eye for other people's business. You know, and I've just kept the doors open, like, and I've done a whole bunch coming up without going into it. Like I've worked in a whole lot of different industries coming up, so I've kept the options open. So God forbid if one thing failed, I was able to, you know, navigate and open another door, because I've always kept the options open, and kept all the doors open. So by that I mean, look, music might not be for you. It might be hard hearing this, but music might not be for you. You might have spent the last couple of years trying to blow on the music game, but it's not happening. And right now you're closing a whole bunch of other doors. There might be something out there that could make you millions of pounds, but you're not listening because you've got all your attention on music, and music may not be for you. So what I will say is keep the doors open, and, you know, just go out there and try different things. With that being said, that leads me on to the next point, which is quite simple. Network from a very young age. You know, some of you, the network that you keep, which links back to the first point about, you know, don't follow the crowd and have, you know, bad company and so on and so forth. The network that you keep don't even have a pot to piss in, you know. And if I networked back then as I network now, I probably would be 10 mil up, 15 mil up quite easily. And that's God's honest truth, you know, because my networking now is on another level. Like, I'm a networker because I understand the power of partnerships. I understand the power of going out there. I understand the power of even conversations. Networking would create or lead to a conversation that sparks something. And that spark then leads to, you know, a nice little flower growing out of you. Now on to whatever point we're on. You're not a baby. Don't let people treat you like a baby, but also more importantly, don't treat yourself like a baby. I feel like when people are like, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, even 21, they sort of look at themselves as, oh, I'm young, I've got time. No, you ain't got no time. There's no time. And that's the truth. God's honest truth. You don't have no time, because the years are running so fast that before you know it, you'll be trapped in a very toxic sort of lifestyle, you know. So you're not a baby. Don't treat yourself like one. Don't think you've got all the time in the world, because you don't. Before you know it, you'll close your eyes or blink and you'll be 25. And before you know it, you'll close your eyes and blink and you'll be 30. I remember celebrating my 18th birthday the other day, and, you know, now it's, you know, different story. Don't be dismissive, you know. Like I said, be an open book. I would go as far as even saying, even if you don't have someone as a mentor, have someone that you look up to. I think if I had someone that I looked up to when I was younger, I think I would have been a lot further than I am now. But when I was young, I didn't really look up to anyone. I just done my own thing, and, you know, I looked up to like Tupac in the sense of music. But I just thinking back now, there's not a male figure that I looked up to that I studied. And even right now, there isn't. But I'm starting to get there where I'm looking up to people and I'm studying them. I'm studying Warren Buffett. I'm studying Elon Musk. I'm studying even people around me that have done really well, and I'm understanding how have they done it? What have they done well that I haven't done? Or, you know, what have they done wrong that I can sort of avoid, if that makes any sense. So definitely having people that you look up to will massively help. And also just studying. What people got to understand is this, yeah? A lot of people are seeking to reinvent the wheel. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. All you got to do is continue with what's there already. you know. And what I mean by that is you study those that have come before you. They've done it all. And you take the blueprint from them and you apply it. And there you go. High flying. You know, so that's that anyways. So what sparked the video is me wanting to, you know, impact the younger people, because I get the questions all the time. And, you know, these advice are nothing new. Like I said, you don't reinvent the wheel. You just take along with what's there already. You tweak it and you do it a lot better than other people have. And listen, I'm always happy to help. If you need any help, sort of reach out to me. If you've got any advice, I'm always replying to people on socials when I got time. Just reach out to me. But yeah, that's it, man. I do think that the younger generation has much better opportunities. Don't listen to the bullshit news that tells you you ain't got this, you ain't got that. Apply yourself. Don't be a lazy bum. Apply yourself. Stop sleeping till 10 a.m. Yeah, like I said, you're not a baby. You're not young. Stop sleeping till 10 a.m. Get out of your bed 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Have some routine behind you, and I'm telling you, you will change your life.